As I pull off, got a one headlighter already behind me. And we can do this all. This is what we're going to do all day. We're going to wear them out and get their fucking, and all their tag numbers, and then they get all handed over to the United States Attorney General's office. There we go. We got one parked right here. And then we got the dog walkers that are already out and about. Yeah, they put them all around the target. But that's a good thing, because then you can get all their information. Once you get that license plate, you can find out who they are, where they live, and find out if they're getting government grants and working with the COPS program. The COPS program has been weaponized, politically weaponized against many individuals here in the state of Maryland, which is highly illegal. It was made illegal back in the 70s by Muhammad Ali's legal team. The FBI was forced to get rid of COINTELPRO tactics. But, unfortunately, 9/11 occurred. So, COINTELPRO tactics was handed over to the DHS, Department of Homeland Security, which is not even considered a federal group. It's a private, state and federal run organization, private contractor. So the private contractors are now using highly illegal COINTELPRO tactics against outspoken conservative Americans like myself. Once I made it perfectly known that I was totally against the Democratic Party and what they stood for in 2016, and I was an outspoken Trump supporter, the harassment commenced. Starting with two black individuals, actually three black individuals. One was named Fred Barnes. He was on Eddie Crimmon's Facebook account arguing with me. And once I'd stopped talking to him, I made fun of him. He was getting triggered. He kept trying to comment. I wouldn't answer him and just messing with him. He started cyber stalking me. But once I found out who he worked for, and that he worked for, some of his work was for Homeland Security, and he works for Integrated Solutions. He's a black man with an afro. You can Google his name, Fred Barnes, Integrated Solutions, and you'll see him on LinkedIn. He is a human trafficker for federal dollars and federal grants. And then he had two black individuals tried to break into my apartment. My wife and I caught them. My wife had a couple words with them, and once I was standing at the top of the steps about 20 feet away, they started to approach my wife. I stopped them at gunpoint. They tried to get me killed by the Anne Arundel County Police Department by telling them that I had an assault weapon. Meanwhile, it was a BB gun. It was an air gun. Anyways, at that time, I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. So, once I pressed charges against them, they decided to drop charges against me. And the gang stalking pretty much went off the hook from there. Started noticing all kinds of red vehicles, felony stalking my wife and I. Same thing with the Anne Arundel County Police Department, showing up within 1 to 3 minutes of me stepping outside, no matter what time of day or night. Not once, not twice, not three. Every single time I walked outside. I put that to the test, because I kept walking outside 20, 30 times in a row, And they showed up about 20 or 30 times in a row. Same thing with pulling over on the side of the road. And Arundel County Police shows up. If you notice in my vehicles, it's usually Red Squad idiots, pickup trucks, Jeeps, and Arundel County Police. So they're easily triggered. There goes one of the vehicles there. There goes one of the vehicles there. Another one here. Got her on camera. Got her face on camera. That's nice. That's nice when you can get their face on camera and that tag number. It's just as good as a mugshot. But I guess they like being on camera. But anyways, about 3 years later, then they had someone try to pop my tire on the truck, and I called him. So he didn't have time enough to actually pop the tire. Got to my house, this piece of shit and his friends in a red vehicle drive up to the house. Now, mind you, this is to sensitize me to the color red. He pulls behind my vehicle on Baltimore-Annapolis Boulevard at 7735 Baltimore-Annapolis Boulevard and shoots out the back window of my truck and takes off. Officer Alwine of the Arundel County Police Department shows up, and while literally standing in the shot-out glass of my truck, I'm talking, he was literally standing in the shot-out glass of my truck, refuses to write a police report on a shooting because I told him it was the cops program. Anyways, had to call Internal Affairs to get the police report written. Got one sitting there already. To get the police report written. Of course, he was sweet as pie then on the phone. Got the police report written. Had to pay a $50 deductible and a $550 back window on my 2007 Ford Explorer. Got it fixed, of course. They had a number of people just run into my vehicle 3 times in 1 year. Chinese women, a gay black man, and some little kid that hit the back of my vehicle at Empire Towers on Crane Highway. Pretty stupid when someone has a trailer package on the back of their vehicle. We ain't going to do that much damage to the vehicle, and you're going to total your vehicle, which it did. This is how stupid these fucking idiots are. Anyways, the little bit of damage they did do got paid. And their harassment, it continues. The felony stalking and harassment. Everywhere I go is the cops program and the Arundel County Police Department, which isn't mathematically possible unless these motherfuckers are half the population of Maryland, which they are not. Many witnesses. My wife, my mother, my brother, several friends, constantly watching this bullshit whenever I'm around them. To the point that they don't want to hang out with me no more because these people are constantly felony stalking me. And of course, they don't want to be set up by some criminal with a badge, and I don't blame them. So why would you want to hang around me if you got this kind of thing? But that's part of their program, is isolation. To isolate the target, to keep him in his home, and then use microwave weapons on him while he's in his home, along with electronic low frequency that delivers evil subliminal messages into the subconscious. Voice of God weapon, first used in the First Gulf War with great success. Another one right there. Always in threes. Headlight out here. Here we go. Yep, headlight out. And stealing mail and trash for ID theft. As a matter of fact, they did that to my mother. They ripped off 2 of her bank accounts. Shortly after that, Grand Theft Auto. By the criminals that the police have arrested. See, they do the criminals a little favor. If you commit crimes for them, they shorten their probation and do great things for the criminals here in the area of Anne Arundel County, Maryland. Yeah. Yep, all over your freedom of speech. Because God forbid you'd use your freedom of speech to try to correct the police department, the fire department, the FBI, DHS, NSA. God forbid you'd open your mouth about the CIA. If you do, they're going to try to destroy your life. Yep. Yep. And you know what? Never give up. Never let these motherfuckers shut your freedom of speech down. Never, ever. And you know what? Everywhere you go, if you're a targeted individual, everywhere you go, tell people. Word of mouth. I think word of mouth spreads just as fast as the internet. To be honest with you. Especially when they're witnessing it with you. You know, you pieces of shit at the cops program. Here's one right here. Told you they'd show up within minutes of me getting here. There's one right behind him as well. Anyways, when people are with me in a vehicle, do you really think that those people don't notice that every red light I come to, you're at the beginning of the light with me, across the street from me and on the corner of me? You really think that people are that stupid? I guess you Freemasons really think that we are the profane and ignorant that's written in your doctrine. Well, guess what? We're not. We're going to shut you down. One way or another, you will be exposed for the crimes you've committed, for the suicides that you've caused, like Barbara Moran in Pasadena, Maryland. Know all about it, buddy boys. Know all about it. What's the matter? She turned down one of you police officers on the Anne Arundel County Police Force? Didn't want to fuck one of you all? Why would she? Who wants to be with a fucking criminal? Three in a row, red and back. Yeah. These cops program, they think everybody's stupid. Oh, they may have gotten people scared. 2 reds in a row there. Oh, 3 red cars in a row. Imagine that. Fake bus on no route. No route on this road, folks. No route. You know, they got so much bullshit running in this cops program, ripping off the federal government, federal grants and federal dollars. It's human trafficking for federal dollars and federal grants, and they have weaponized it against their foes, against their political foes, the conservatives. If you're an outspoken conservative revealing a lot of things they don't want revealed, they will illegally put you on a watch list, and they will try to destroy every aspect of your life. Just a fact, folks. Do your research. Look up COINTELPRO tactics. Look up the street terminology, gang stalking. Another red vehicle. Imagine that. Yep, it should be a blue one. Yep, blue one right behind it. You know what? All you gotta do is do your research, folks. The street terminology gang stalking was made up by the FBI to make the target look mentally ill or on drugs. To discredit the target. To get everybody to look away from them and deem them mentally ill or on drugs. That is not the case, folks. And if you care anything about yourself, your family, your friends, because they can be targeted at any time. All they got to do is say the wrong thing that someone gets mad about, and they're put on a watch list. Here comes another cop car right after the Red Squad idiots. Another one there on the other side of the street. Yep, they will target you and destroy you over your freedom of speech. At least they'll try to. The key to stopping these bastards is follow the money. These people are getting federal dollars for human trafficking. The more they claim they have on a list, the more money they're going to get. And they know that. And the more money they have to destroy their political opposition, to shut down their freedom of speech. In many cases, many have been put on the street and murdered. So these people, law enforcement, they're murderers. And we're talking premeditated murder. As I was saying, do your research. Start with COINTELPRO tactics. Another cop car right there undercover. Another red car, 3 in a row. Yep, do your research. And I'll say it again. Too little, too late when you get targeted. Too little, too late when one of your kids get targeted or your grandchildren get targeted. And their lives are falling completely to pieces because they've been blacklisted, shadow banned, set up, slandered. I highly suggest to the non-criminals that, another one with the headlight out, to the non-criminals watching this video, do something. My resources are gone. They destroyed my job a long time ago. They destroyed my job 9 years ago. No, about 8 years ago. Which was fine at the time because I was so physically destroyed from a disease I have. I had to go on disability anyway, so. They're evil criminals. Yep, they'll even target the disabled. They don't give a shit. They'll target you if you have cancer. My wife had cancer. They put her through hell. And I got several health problems. Some days I can barely walk. And you're going to felony stalk and try to destroy my life? They're sick monsters. The Anne Arundel County Police Department, all involved, that's in COINTELPRO tactics, the cops program, all them, they're sick pieces of shit.